Hey kids, Inverted Cow here, and welcome to PlanetBase. This is a neat little game where you're building bases actually on planets, as it's called. I've had a chance to play for a bit here, get a feel for the game. I've actually built one fairly successful base. I'll show it to you real quick here. Okay, here we are looking at my first successful base. This is probably about the third or fourth time I played after I played the tutorial. And it's a fairly large, expansive base. I've loved building games, strategy building games like this. The first one I played was Sierra's Outpost back in the early 90s, which actually I'll probably end up comparing this to quite a lot. The depth on that one was substantial compared to this one. This is fairly limited on its structure, inventory trees, and research and scientists and whatnot. I'd really love it if they could take that game and just basically integrate that game with these graphics. That would be an absolutely fascinating game. But I've got pretty much all of the achievements. Well, the only thing left to do on this one is to get a population of 300 or 300 or more, and I'm really not too keen on doing that right now because it's at the point where it becomes self-sustaining, and usually by the time I build them to this point where they're self-sustaining, then that's just it gets kind of boring for me. I'll keep playing it. I'll keep playing around with it or whatever, but probably just leave it from there. But since I had so much fun building this one, I figured I would do a quick little series on this. Now I'm going to go back to main menu, so I'll take you back right there. Alright, here we are back at main menu. Now I have a couple of options. First off, I could do these challenges that they have here. The only one I have accessible right now is this mine station, or I could start a new game. Now I've already worked on this one. I could either land on this winter planet or this gas giant moon, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to do either of those. I'm thinking that I might actually do the challenges, just simply so that they're not ridiculously long. I mean, you're looking, that base took me probably about 3 or 4 days of gaming to actually build. More along the lines of probably about 15-20 hours worth of gameplay if I work it all out. So our assignment is to establish an automated mining outpost on a remote world. You won't get any more colonists, so everything's robots, and you'll get your supplies from traders. So we'll go through the cutscene here, and we'll pick it up as soon as they're done. Okay, our guys have finally landed. Now, of course, they don't tell you when they quit the cutscene. They just unload and the screen shifts slightly. So let's get right into it, shall we? We'll go building exterior structure. Now, the first exterior structures you can build are pretty limited, but we're going to spend I got 9 people, so I really don't even need that much. I can just do a simple thing in an airlock. Come on, right there, airlock, click that in. I'll probably build another airlock down the road here. Internal structures. Let's do the cabin. The cabin gives you a bonus with your sleeping. Your sleeping arrangements, that they get a little bit of morale up. Um, let's get exterior structures. We're going to need some solar panels. So we'll go ahead and build 2 of those. 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 We'll go ahead and build 2 of th Exterior structures will need a water extractor. Again, it's because I have no additional population coming in. I'm just going to do the low-level ones. Now I will put a higher solar panel than the first level one, but I only have so much resources to build with, so I have to make sure I get a certain amount done. Exterior, since I have a solar panel, I will need a battery. So we'll connect that. And let's put in a wind generator. The wind generator on the dust planet doesn't work so great. It's not excessively powerful. But I don't expect to have a huge amount of power drain. One battery, maybe two, should be able to keep it, and 2 solar panels should be able to keep everything charged. And we'll build a well, a water tank. Come on, let me put it in here. Why don't you like me? Right there, perfect. That just gives you a little backup on the water. Okay. Let's see. Interior. We will need the biodome. Biodome. And for now, we'll just put in. Shouldn't really need a bigger canteen. A level 1 canteen should be all we need. But I am going to build a bigger biodome at some point here. And do we have enough materials for it? I think so. We will build ourselves a storage room off the biodome. But I am going to shift that up to the next level and see if I can tuck it in here somewhere. Come on. You don't want to take. Okay, you go over here. Now the reason for that is I will put a second airlock on here. I'll take another biodome out this way and produce sellable resources. But I want the storage room to put all the stuff that's in the ship here. And now we'll just hit speed up a little bit and let these guys get a chance to get their stuff together. Power collector is storing energy, but it is now nighttime, so we're going to see how much we go dark overnight. Now, if you don't get a minimum of this before nightfall on the first night or the end of the first day, see how this guy's already suffering from oxygen depletion. They will actually die of asphyxiation. Now I'm going to hide the rooftop or the ceilings because I like to be able to see what's going on. I got all kinds of robots inside there, which is kind of worthless. The little runaround guys shouldn't be indoors. Okay. How are we doing on bioplastics? I'm down to 4 plastics. So what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this room. I'm just going to put in 2 beds. I'll put in more beds later. Like I said, there's only 9 people, so I'm not worried about that. This is a biodome, so we're going to edit this. Now I want 1 medicinal plant. So I can't build a lab. I noticed that. So I'm going to put down 3 corn. This is basically a starchy corn. But I can't build a lab or a medical facility or processing. Which essentially means that I cannot, it's kind of pointless to really build a lot of these type of plants and resources because I can't produce any of my own stuff. but as you can tell, I'm totally out of material except for the bioplastics, or except for the 4 pieces of metal. So we're going to recycle this ship here. That's going to give us another load of structural materials to work with. And we're going to decorate out the cantina here. Now we're just going to put in 1 meal maker and 1 double table and a drinking fountain and a TV screen, because you know everybody needs to watch the old sports games every now and then, or follow along with whatever election results are for whoever's losing and beating on whoever else. So obviously they're probably going to want to follow somebody's politics there. Alright, and that's our maze band. Now the reason I did this is because I can sell medicinal plants, and I can sell the starch units from these. I can't build the labs, which means I can't make the viral meat, the meat supplement that they have. But I do have enough metal here that I can build 2 more things. Oh, it gives me the starport right away. Usually you have to unlock the starport. Let's check our total inventory at 18. So if I put down the starport, I'm going to be able to put down the starport. See, with all this junk in the way, it makes it kind of hard to build stuff. Yeah, I'll put that there. That's going to give me the larger ships. It's a worthwhile investment. And since I've got mining robots, let's get those guys to work, eh? On that. And I'll see how we're doing on metal here, but I should have a few left over by the time they're done. 5, 4, 3. I might not. I might actually have used it all up. Although you have a couple in storage here, so we'll see how this goes. Fully stocked, the wind's turning. Alright, there we go. Now we have these robot guys, little driller robots that are going to go out and start mining out here, which is why I want to put a second airlock on fairly quickly, because this one will get plugged up real quick. But we will do is we'll order it. It won't let me stick it in there. We'll order it. Connect it. I want to add, let's see how much, yeah, I'm going through, in one night, I'm already going through all the power that I'm producing, so I will need to make a second power collector, something a little bit more powerful. So we're going to throw that in. Back here. Alright, what do you have? Semiconductors and robots. Okay, I need building materials. I have nothing to sell you yet, so go away. Connect that up. Can you connect that up? No, okay. So my people are going to be stuck without power overnight while we're relying on one wind turbine. This poor guy's stuck outside. All right, here we are into day number 2. Well, day number 1, I guess, but day number 2. Now we're producing, power grid consumes 58, so one solar panel isn't going to quite do it. So let's build exterior second solar panel. We're going to go one size bigger. I don't know if we're going to be able to build that because I don't think we have the resources for it. So we might end up running out of power a few times here, or we'll have to shut down some non-essential buildings for a while. Power down to that. We're not going to make it here. We're still got a serious power shortage. Black that out, see if that helps any. Come on. No, we're not. My people are going to have a very cold and dark night here. Shut that down for power. Okay, here we are again with no power, night number 2. Relying entirely on one wind turbine to keep everything powered, and it's failing miserably. Full speed right now, so see if everybody dies or if the sun comes up. All right, here we go. Let's get some power going. If the sun and the wind come up, I might be able to fully recharge this base a little bit. Yes, thank you for the hint. Okay, it's still saying I have more drain than I have supply, so I'm going to shut down that because I really don't need the storage room to be lit. How are we doing here? Still 37. Why is this thing not producing? 30 out of 30. 0 out of 7. Oh, okay. Shut that down. No, I can't shut that down. That shuts the whole base offline. That's right. Something to be aware of is if you have a single connection like this, everything has to be connected. So eventually I need these kind of things happening as well. But those connections aren't going to get built because I don't have any material to build with. So what are we at? Seriously. If I can't power this up enough to be able to turn on that solar panel or that starport and one airlock, we're going to have a real problem. Okay, come on, get the sunlight happening. Yeah, the wind is defective and that's really not helping any. Okay, we're gonna open the airlock and open that. And I'm going to shut down this whole wing. Well, I don't think that's gonna make any difference because I got no power going over there anyway. Okay, I think everybody might end up starving and I might have to restart this one. I'm seeing a catastrophic power issue. I basically cannot generate enough power to maintain the base at this time. So I'm going to say thanks all for watching, kids. And with the lights going down in my little moon town, I'm going to restart this mission and see you on the next episode. Good night for now.